When you hear the word herpes, what comes to mind? For many, it's a mix of sex, shame, and secrecy. Topics that can feel uncomfortable or even taboo to discuss. But what if we told you that these reactions are shaped more by social stigma than by the reality of the virus itself? Herpes is, at its core, just a virus. A very common one that's been around for thousands of years. It doesn't discriminate, and it certainly isn't a reflection of your character or choices. In fact, most adults worldwide have some form of herpes, whether they know it or not. It's so widespread that it's almost a normal part of being human. Yet, the stigma surrounding herpes can be more damaging than the virus itself. People often feel isolated, anxious, or even ashamed, simply because of how society talks about it. This stigma keeps people from asking important questions, seeking a diagnosis, or having honest conversations with partners and healthcare providers. It creates barriers to understanding and support. Herpes isn't just a sexually transmitted infection. It can affect anyone at any age, even newborns and children. The virus doesn't care about age, gender, or background. For example, babies can contract herpes from something as innocent as a kiss from a loving relative who has a cold sore. It's a reminder that the virus can spread in ways people often overlook. If we only think of herpes as a sex thing, we miss the bigger picture. And we risk failing to protect those who are most vulnerable, like infants and people with weakened immune systems. The embarrassment and secrecy are modern inventions, fueled by misinformation and myths that spread quickly online and in our communities. Having herpes doesn't define your worth, your relationships, or your future. It simply means you've encountered a virus that most people will face at some point in their lives. By talking openly and honestly, we can shrink the stigma, support each other, and make it easier for everyone to get the care and information they need. So, let's set aside the shame and approach this topic with curiosity, compassion, and a willingness to learn. In this chapter, we'll break down what herpes really is, how it works in the body, how it spreads, and what the real risks are, especially for babies and those who need extra protection. We'll also tackle the most common myths and misconceptions, so you can separate fact from fiction and avoid unnecessary worry or pain. Remember, this isn't about gossip or judgment. It's about public health, safety, and supporting one another with accurate information. When you have the right information, you're empowered to make informed decisions for yourself, your family, and your community. Knowledge truly is power, and together we can break down barriers and build a healthier, more understanding world. So, are you ready? Let's talk about herpes for what it really is, without fear or judgment. No more whispers, no more shame, just facts, support, and understanding. Let's begin. Herpes isn't just one virus, it's a family, with two main types, HSV1 and HSV2. We used to think HSV1 caused cold sores, and HSV2 caused genital herpes, but it's not that simple. Both types can infect the mouth or genitals, depending on where the virus enters your body. For example, oral sex can transmit HSV1 to the genitals or HSV2 to the mouth, though the latter is rare. The virus just wants to settle in your nerve cells. It doesn't care about our categories. Knowing which type you have helps doctors predict how often you might get outbreaks and how severe they'll be. Generally, HSV1 prefers the mouth, and HSV2 prefers the genitals, but either can show up in both places. Genital HSV1 tends to cause fewer, milder outbreaks than genital HSV2. Oral HSV2 is rare and usually mild. Understanding the type helps you and your doctor manage it better. It's not about blame, it's about knowing what to expect. The more you know, the less scary it becomes. Once you have herpes, the virus becomes a permanent resident in your body. It's not something you can simply get rid of, even if you never have another outbreak. The herpes virus is incredibly skilled at surviving, and it's with you for life. But it's not floating around causing chaos. It hides in your nerve cells, dormant most of the time. These nerve cells act like a safe house, allowing the virus to avoid your immune system's defenses. It's almost as if the virus is pressing pause, waiting for the right moment to become active again. You might not even know it's there for years. Many people never experience symptoms, or only have mild ones that go unnoticed. This silent presence is why herpes can be unknowingly passed to others. Think of it like a quiet guest in your house. Most days, you forget they exist. The virus is there, but it's not making a scene or drawing attention to itself. Occasionally, something triggers the virus to wake up and travel to your skin, causing an outbreak. Triggers can include stress, illness, sun exposure, or even hormonal changes. This journey causes tingling or itching before any sores appear, the prodrome stage. It's your body's early warning sign that the virus is on the move. Then, blisters or sores form, filled with virus particles. These are the visible signs of an active infection, and the time when the virus is most contagious. After a week or two, your immune system fights back. The sores heal, and the virus retreats to its hiding spot. The skin recovers, but the virus remains, ready to repeat the cycle. This cycle of dormancy and reactivation is why herpes is so persistent. It's a lifelong game of hide and seek between the virus and your immune system. Your immune system can clear active virus on the skin, but not the ones hiding deep in your nerves. That's the virus's secret weapon. It hides where your body can't reach. That's why there's no cure, just management. Scientists are working on new treatments, but for now, the focus is on controlling symptoms and reducing outbreaks. Treatments can control outbreaks and reduce transmission, but can't remove the virus entirely. Medications and lifestyle changes can make a big difference in how often outbreaks happen. Herpes is a master of hide and seek. It's always looking for the right moment to reappear, but you have tools to keep it in check. But with knowledge and treatment, you can keep it in check. It's manageable, not monstrous. Understanding how herpes works is the first step to living confidently and staying healthy. What wakes up the herpes virus? Stress of any kind. Illness, lack of sleep, surgery, or even sunburn can trigger an outbreak. Emotional stress counts too. Breakups, deadlines, or family drama. Hormonal changes like menstruation can also play a role. Some people never have another outbreak after the first. Others notice patterns. Keeping a diary can help you spot your personal triggers. Recognizing these patterns lets you manage them. Rest, reduce stress, and protect your health. The more you know your body, the better you can control outbreaks. Most people picture herpes as painful, fluid-filled blisters. That's the classic outbreak. Tingling, then red bumps, then blisters that burst and heal. The first outbreak can be rough, sometimes with flu-like symptoms. Later outbreaks are usually milder and shorter. But here's the twist. Most people with herpes have no symptoms at all. Or their symptoms are so mild they mistake them for a pimple, ingrown hair, or razor burn. This is called asymptomatic or subclinical herpes. Many people never know they have it, which is why it spreads so easily. You can't tell by looking who has herpes. The absence of sores doesn't mean the absence of the virus. Most carriers are invisible, and that's nobody's fault. Stigma makes no sense when the virus is this common and often silent. Herpes is a common, mostly hidden condition, not a mark of irresponsibility. Understanding this helps us treat people with compassion, not judgment. Herpes spreads through direct skin-to-skin contact when the virus is active. That means touching sores, or even skin that looks normal, thanks to asymptomatic shedding. Most people get herpes from partners who have no visible symptoms. Condoms help reduce risk but aren't foolproof. Herpes can shed from areas condoms don't cover. It's about lowering risk, not eliminating it. Herpes doesn't spread through toilet seats, pools, towels, or glasses. The virus dies quickly outside the body. The real risk is intimate, direct contact. Honest conversations and safer sex practices are your best protection. For adults, herpes is manageable. For newborns, it can be deadly. Neonatal herpes is rare but serious. Babies' immune systems can't fight the virus. Most often, babies get herpes during childbirth if the parent has an active outbreak. Antiviral meds and C-sections can reduce this risk. After birth, the biggest risk is HSV-1 from a kiss or touch by someone with a cold sore. Never kiss a baby if you have a cold sore, and always wash your hands before touching a newborn. If you feel a tingle, stay away or wear a mask. Don't share utensils with babies. These simple steps save lives. Spread the word. The real problem with herpes isn't the virus, it's the stigma. Stigma is what makes people feel isolated, ashamed, and afraid to seek help or talk about their experiences. It's the silence and judgment that cause the most pain, not the infection itself. Myths and shame do more harm than the infection itself. Misinformation spreads fear, and that fear keeps people from getting the facts or the support they need. Herpes doesn't discriminate. Anyone can get it. even from their first partner or a childhood kiss. It's incredibly common, and it doesn't care about your background, age, or relationship status. Most people have it whether they know it or not. In fact, you probably know several people living with herpes, even if you don't realize it. Another myth: you can only spread herpes when you have sores. That's simply not true, and believing it can put people at risk. False. Most transmission happens when there are no symptoms. The virus can be active even when you feel completely fine. That's why honest conversations and safer sex matter more than visual checks. Open communication is the best way to protect yourself and your partners. A herpes diagnosis isn't a life sentence. With the right information and support, you can live a full, happy life. It doesn't ruin your relationships or your future. Many people with herpes have loving partners, families, and thriving social lives. For most, it's a minor, manageable condition. Outbreaks are usually mild, and many people go months or years without symptoms. Daily antiviral meds can reduce outbreaks and transmission risk. Taking care of your health makes a big difference. The real enemy is shame, not the virus. Breaking the silence is the first step toward freedom. The more we talk, the less power stigma has. Sharing stories and supporting each other helps everyone feel less alone. Ask questions, talk to your doctor, talk to your partners. You're not alone. There's a whole community ready to listen and help. Herpes is just one part of your health, not your whole story. You are so much more than a diagnosis. Let's stop letting stigma control our lives. We all deserve respect, understanding, and accurate information. Knowledge and openness are the cure for shame. When we educate ourselves and others, we break the cycle of misinformation. Let's change the conversation, starting now. Together, we can create a world where no one feels ashamed for having herpes.